weigh, and now what do you weigh now?
When I left Colorado, I feel like I was at a good point, but I feel like coming here, the transition from how I eat to how we work out here, is just kind of different.
So, remember where you weighed though? Were you 330 there, and now
about like 320ish,
320ish,
315. Right now I'm at like 305, 307, like 15, 16% body fat.
We were talking to Trey Dez, and he said, I think y'all live in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
He said you'll see people working out like on the levees, and you get like jealous. Talk about your new workout regime and how it's affecting you.
So it's crazy. So it was a random person. He was running hills, right? So Trey Dez was like, "Hey man, you trying to run hills on Saturday?" I'm like, "I'm down." I was like, I already thought about it because I just seen somebody randomly running hills. I'm like, it just made me feel like he was outworking me. So I was like, we gotta run hills. So we were on the same page without even knowing, which was crazy.
Your decision to come to LSU from Colorado, can you kind of take us back? Because it was quite a courtship, and Coach Kiffin, I think, came out to see you. How did that all go down?
Yeah, my decision to come here was just based off, it just means more, Coach uses that quote, it's just different here, and I really believe that. Being here is really just different from how we train to how we work. And the word extra around here. We're big on extra because just doing what's required is not enough.
You talk about it being different, your transition from Colorado here to Baton Rouge. Had you been to Baton Rouge before?
This is my first time, but I'm loving it.
I would ask you if you had eaten any good food, but it looks like you're on the straight and narrow, so you haven't really done.
Did have crawfish one time, that was good, but besides that, it's meal preps and protein shakes.
What kind of, for you to get here to take on that mindset of, hey, I'm gonna get my body right, where did that come from?
I got a chance to train with Will this off season, and just seeing his mentality and how he goes through his day, I kind of wanted to model, like I want to be myself, but take a little bit of like characteristics and attributes of him and how he goes about his day, and I wanted to be strictly just about my craft, about football, and LSU is the best place to do that.
What is the kind of the vibe around the building with Coach Kiffin being the head coach here?
It's a different vibe, man. Like, it's just different. Like, y'all probably may see him, like he said the other day, like you may see him do little activities like yoga and all that other stuff, but when it comes to work, that's what this place is about. Like, you don't come here to do nothing else but work, and like that's what you're signing up for, and that's what he's going to let you know. Like, if you're coming here to work, he'll take you. If not, it's probably ain't the spot for you.
Have you ever played for a coach who is as active as he is on social media?
Yes. But Coach Kiffin, I'm grateful to be able to play for him.
Who's impressed you with dunking on the goal?
Trey Dez, I'm not gonna lie. Trey Dez probably could have been a hooper if he wasn't so good at football. He could hoop, he could shoot. Freak, literally.
I was gonna ask you, what have you seen from him on the field? But
he's a physical freak, and not from just like how he is and getting out his routes, but you gotta watch him when we're in a run game. When we have our combos and when it's just me and him, like he really takes pride in that. So I feel like that's different coming from a guy who's like, like you want to be a big receiver, you want to catch the ball, but then he also embraces run blocking.
And this might be a silly question, but I'll ask it. I'm assuming you're talking about Will Campbell. How did you guys link up? Is it just because of the LSU connection, or were you familiar with him before?
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to him through FaceTime when I was at Colorado. But he was busy in season, I was busy in season, so we never really got to connect that much. But during the off season, we trained with a guy named Duke Mayweather. So it's just greatness all around. Like, I'm just trying to make sure from off-season training, from in the building, from when I go home, everything aligns with my process of what I want to do. Everything aligns with where I want to, like what I want to achieve.
Last year, the weakest link was the offensive line for this team. Obviously, you want to set the standard. How is that kind of that shift with you guys? I know a lot of transfers, but bringing a different mindset for this year.
Yeah, I think the mindset now is just put the work in. We're not really worried about the outcome of everything right now. As long as we're going every day and putting the work in for that day and making sure we attack that day the best we can, the outcome is gonna bring itself once you do the work. But when you worry about the outcome and stuff, that's when you start missing stuff because you're so worried about the end goal. So I think the work is what's changed around here because everybody's willing to put the work in.
I always like to ask this because it's, who would you say you're probably closest with on the team?
Oh, God. I can't do like one person because like all of us are literally intertied. I would say like I'm closest with the O-line. Just everybody. I can't even name just one person that I'm close with, but literally everybody. Like everyone.
You're a Big 12 guy, Sam Levitt, Arizona State. Can you talk about your relationship with him and how excited you are to be blocking for him this fall?
Yeah, I love Sam. It was crazy. This wasn't planned that we were supposed to go together, but during the recruiting process, he wanted to make sure he had a tackle. So when he came here and I came here, it's kind of a no-brainer for us. We both have the same intentions. We both want to be that high pick. We both want to win a national championship. So everybody here has the same mindset.
Thank you, Jordan.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Jordan has done a phenomenal job since he got here. Really, like you mentioned, it's a good observation. His body changing, his work ethic, his time. I mean, I'll come up here. It'll be Sunday at 9 p.m. and he'll be out there doing his own stuff, working out. And that's what we're trying to build here. That becomes the norm. That mindset and the way that you work, and we got some players that are there, that have that you build the culture that's what it is, and then you're an outlier when you just check the box and you're normal. And so I'm happy that Jordan's there to lead, by that, because it's always, to me, if you can have your kind of marquee name players that appear to be the best ones coming in, and that's what the other kids see as they come in, is really important. And so we evaluate that a lot in the process of who we take. We don't just take just because their film is this way. There's a lot of, so I would say we're more like an NFL model of the evaluation of the investment that we put into the player of who are they, not just what player are they, especially as you're trying to build a culture initially.